All right, switching gears here. This is from the Book of the Bee, chapter 55, page 221. It's a pretty interesting story, one of the most interesting I've probably ever read. When Alexander was king, Alexander the Great was king, and had subdued countries and cities and had arrived in the east, he saw on the confines of the east those men who were of the children of Japheth. They were more wicked and unclean than all the other dwellers in the world, filthy peoples of hideous appearance who ate mice and the creeping things of the earth and snakes and scorpions. They never buried the bodies of their dead, and they ate as dainties the children which women aborted in the afterbirth. People ignorant of God and unacquainted with the power of reason, but who lived in this world without understanding like ravening beasts. When Alexander saw their wickedness, he called God to his aid, and he gathered together and brought them and their wives and children and made them go in and shut them up within the confines of the north. This is the gate of the world in the north, and there is no other entrance or exit from the confines of the world from the east to the north. And Alexander prayed to God with tears, and God heard his prayer and commanded those two lofty mountains, which are called the children of the north. And they drew nigh to one another until there remained between them about 12 cubits. Then he built in front of them a strong building, and he made for it a door of brass, and anointed it within and without with oil of thanactus, so that if they should bring iron implements near to force it open, they would be unable to move it. And if they wished to melt it with fire, it would quench it. And it feared neither the operation of devils nor of sorcerers, and it was not to be overcome by them. Now there were 22 kingdoms imprisoned within the northern gate, and their names are these: Gog, Magog, Nawal, Eshkenaz, Danaphar, Pakte, Walote, Humne, Parze, Dakle, Thabale, Darmetje, Kalquebe, the Dogmen, Emdoratha, Garmido, Cannibals, Tharke, Alnye, Pisalon, Denke, and Seltre. And at the end of the world, at the final consummation, when men are eating and drinking and marrying wives, and women are giving to husbands, when they are planting vineyards and building buildings, and there is neither wicked man nor adversary, on account of the assured tranquility and certain peace, suddenly the gates of the north shall be opened, and the host of the nations that are imprisoned there shall go forth. The whole earth shall tremble before them, and men shall flee and take refuge in the mountains and in caves and in burial places and in the clefts of the earth. And they shall die of hunger, and there will be none to bury them by reason of the multitude of afflictions which they will make men suffer. They will eat the flesh of men and drink the blood of animals. They will devour the creeping things of the earth and hunt for serpents and scorpions and reptiles that shoot out venom and eat them. They will eat dead dogs and cats and the abortions of women in the afterbirth, and they will give mothers the bodies of their children to cook.